And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are on planet Earth. Thanks for joining us on the World Wide Web. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies basketball. Boys varsity basketball game. We are at Koch Arena for the AVCTL Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League and the Greater Wichita Athletic League Challenge Series. Tonight's game features the Trojans of Andover Central and your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies. We're about 9.5 minutes from tip-off. And we welcome you here to the countdown for till tip-off show. No interview with the coach tonight because of time constraints and the horrible weather we've had here in Wichita today. Most of the state of Kansas got socked in with ice and snow this morning, and it was so bad that the first two games today were canceled as they featured teams from Salina who just could not get out of Salina to get down here. So those games had to be canceled. They will be rescheduled at their respective high schools. My name is Kevin Arkin. Glad to be with you. We're joined by a full crew tonight. Our executive producers, Andrew Fisher and Greg Darnell. Our engineer tonight is Jennifer Alfaro. Our statistician is Bree Johnson. And on video, the most important part, we saved the best for last, Aruna Anwar on the camera tonight with a big grin over there as well. All excited and ready to bring you the sights and sounds of this one, this non-league contest, and it's an important game for your Grizzlies. The Grizzlies come in here riding a 6-game losing streak, having lost at home on Tuesday night to a very good and a very high-quality Southeast squad. Israel Barnes and company took the Grizzlies to the cleaners in a way, and especially in the second half. 92-67, a 25-point spread was the final in that one. And they're rebounding now here today, taking on the Trojans of Andover High, hoping to get the ship back on track before they head back home and take on the rest of the City League. They actually go to tournament next week. Their only games next week are in Topeka. We do not know the schedule of those games, so we do not know the webcast schedule. The only thing we know is if there's a game on Saturday, it will be webcast live come you-know-what or high water. A very sparse gathering here tonight, largely because of the weather, and most of the Northwest fans are sitting behind us, I believe. They have the arena. Koch Arena is sectioned off by school, and that's designed to keep the parents of the opposing schools on opposite sides of the building to avoid a problem. Directly across, you might be able to catch a bit of the Andover crowd. Andover is sitting on the other side, so I do know for a fact that Northwest, and there they are indeed sitting directly behind us here at the scorer's table. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the best seat in the house because we are literally 3 feet from the floor. We are on ground level, at press level. There are no press boxes here at Koch Arena. Everything is on the floor, and they've given us great seats and a great locale to webcast this game to you, and we're glad to do that. We're going to take a brief timeout for a quick spot, and then we'll be back with the starting lineups of tonight's game. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies basketball is on the air. Follow your Grizzlies basketball squad on the World Wide Web as they set out in pursuit of another 6A state title. And now, let's go courtside to your host, Kevin Arkin.
Okay.
Thank you, Todd Taylor, and welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to Wichita State University, Koch Arena, home of your fifth-ranked Wichita State Shockers, and we sure hope some of that rubs off here tonight as the Grizzlies and the Trojans tip it off here in mere minutes in this non-league challenge contest. Invite you to stay tuned at halftime. Jay Means, who is the Director of Athletics for the Wichita Public School System, USD 259, he will be our guest at halftime. We're going to talk about a lot of things, including the games that were canceled earlier today because of the weather, as well as this challenge series and what it means not only to the two leagues involved, but to the players on the floor. You know it has to be a huge rush for these guys to be able to play on the same floor on which Wichita State plays their games. I'm going to open it up here with our young executive producer, Mr. Darnell. This isn't your first rodeo. You've done enough of these games. First of all, tell us about your experience with the actual production, which you're really the executive producer tonight because you're overseeing young Jennifer here as she's doing this for the first time. Hopefully she'll have fun doing it, and she'll still be smiling an hour and a half from now when this is over.
Well, I think it's fun doing it because it's always made me pay more attention to the game than I would just sitting on the stands, and I think it's a really fun time being able to do it with Andrew and you. It's just a good time. It's fun.
We don't have Andrew Mike. He's literally sitting here behind us, but I will tell you both you guys have done a great job, and I'm willing to say that. Hopefully your parents are at home watching this, and your mom's got this big grin on her face. Were they back there? Tell them to watch the podcast tomorrow. You say, hey, Mr. Arkin gave me some love. I do appreciate everything you guys have done and continue to do. And I'm glad to have the ladies here tonight because if nothing else, it does beautify this section of the building. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Well, I got some beet red faces sitting behind me here, folks. Well, again, our upcoming schedule, we're in Topeka next weekend. They could play as many as 3 games, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday is a given. We will be on Saturday. Thursday is definitely out. Friday's a maybe. So, and that's just because of my own personal work schedule. I'm not able to get up there on Thursday night. And if they play too soon on Friday, I'm not going to be able to make that one either. So, we originally only had one of the 3 games on the schedule. And that's a TBA. We'll have that on the Grizzly webcast page on Facebook. Just as soon as we know, I will post the grid, and you'll be able to see when we play, and that link will be there as well. That's next weekend. The following weekend, we don't have a lot going on because the girls will be playing in their tournament the following weekend, so the boys will have the week off. The girls actually have this coming week off while the boys are at tournament. Girls are at tournament next week. We'll be off. Our next game after Topeka will be the 2nd of February when we are at Bishop Carroll. I'm sorry, we're at home. Bishop Carroll comes in to Northwest to take on the Grizzlies at home on February 2nd. 7:15 for the pregame show with head coach Brian Chadwick on February 2nd. And here come the introduction of the players. We'll have to see if we can hear this. Or 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Koch Arena and the final game of day 1 of the GWAL AVCTL Basketball Challenge. Tonight's matchup features the Trojans from Andover and the Northwest Grizzlies. Tonight's competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Participants, cheerleaders, officials, spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair and clean and wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups.
Andover will go first.
We first begin with the visitors, the Andover Trojans. For the Trojans is 6'1" senior, number 3, Brandon Johnson. For the Grizzlies is 6'1" senior, number 1, Jalen Smith. For the Trojans is 6'2" senior, number 10, Luke Windish. For the Grizzlies, the 6'1" junior, number 3, Jameer Cups. For the Trojans, the 6'1" freshman, number 11, Jack Johnson. For the Grizzlies, the 6'5" senior, number 14, Jalen Dixon. For the Trojans, the 6'1" junior, number 32, Drew Kennedy. For the Grizzlies, the 6'1" junior, number 23, Bree Hall. For the Trojans, the 6'4" senior, number 33, Connor O'Connell. And for the Grizzlies, the 6'4" junior, number 50, Joey Duncan.
And there you have the starting lineups for tonight's game. For Andover, it's Johnson, Windish, Johnson, Gagnon, and O'Connell. And for the Grizzlies, it's Smith, Cups, Dixon, Hall, and Joey Duncan. Andover is in their road blues. They are the designated visiting team tonight. The Grizzlies in their home whites. Grizzlies will play from right to left here in the first half. And we're about ready to get this puppy moving. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you wherever you are on planet Earth. Dixon wins the tip, goes to Duncan. Duncan over to Cups. Cups on the near side. Sends it back. Brees Hall fishes it out to Smith. And there's a quick steal. And it's going to be a coast-to-coast lay-in for Connor O'Connell. O'Connell gets the first 2 points of the game. Now comes back down here to Hall. Hall under the basket. Gets fouled as he tried to dish it off. It'll be on the floor. I do not know. I'm looking to see. I don't see where they put the fouls on the scoreboard. And it was on 10. That is Windish was guilty of the infraction. We're not used to the scoreboard here. The data's a little bit different than we're used to at home. Smith over here to Duncan. Duncan right in front of us has and another turnover by the Grizzlies. 2 quick turnovers here. There's a three-pointer up, rattles in and out, no good. Rebound by Dixon. Cups will bring it up the floor now for the Grizzlies. Cups to Hall. Hall drives around. Duncan underneath. Here's Cups with a three-pointer. Good! And it's 3-2 Grizzlies on the three-pointer by Jameer Cups. And just like that, Braden Johnson answers with a three-pointer of his own. And it's 5-3. Hall just inside the timeline. He drives under the basket to Duncan. Duncan puts it up. Nice touch. Doesn't go, though, and a rebound by Andover. Johnson gets it. He sends it forward. And sending it out wide underneath to Windish. Windish puts it up. He's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Fouls on Joey Duncan. His first, team's first as well. Has she changed out the video clip?
I don't think so.
Why don't you guys do that real quick? I think she should remember how to do it. First one is good. And you hear us talking in the background. We have literally 3 rookies on the at the table tonight, putting this game on for you. And this webcast program, like everything else at Northwest from an activity standpoint, this is indeed an extension of the classroom. So we're hoping that the ladies and gentlemen working the game tonight not only have fun, but they learn something along the way. Brees Hall brings it up and has it his pocket picked that time by Jack Johnson. Johnson coast to coast and puts it in. And just like that, the Grizzlies are down by half a dozen early. A repeat of Tuesday night. Cups under the basket. Kamarian Thompson into the game for the Grizzlies. Who did Thompson come in for?
Looks like he came in for Brees Hall.
You're right. Brees Hall did take a seat. As we're speaking, he's taking a seat. And Brees Hall has been playing. This is his second game back after a 2-week layoff due to a personal issue, and he played sparingly on Tuesday. He may not have his game fitness. And what a block by Dixon. It'll stay with Andover, but great defensive play by the Grizzlies. Braden Johnson, top of the key, sends it wide to Windish. Now a long one by Gagnon. Misses. Rebound goes to the Grizzlies as Smith comes up with it. Smith drives the floor, puts it up, misses everything. Rebounded by Andover. Jack Johnson with the rebound and the ball. He puts up a 3. It's going to be off the heel. No good. Dixon with the rebound. Thompson bringing it up the far side. Drives the basket. Lucky he didn't get called for traveling that time. He missed. Rebound to Andover. Here they come back. And that one coast to coast by Andrew Gagnon. And he's got 2 more for the Trojans. And the lead is 8. Smith, Thompson. Dixon puts one up from 12 feet, short. And Zion Jones gets fouled as he goes up. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. First one's good. Connor Hall guilty of the infraction. Jones will go up and get his second one. We have a moving camera, folks. That's called a moving screen in basketball. Jones makes them both. It's 11-5 now. And here comes Andover back. Good ball movement by the Trojan. Here's one off a foot. Gets it back. Braden Johnson will reset it here. Gagnon. He puts it up, a reverse layup, and it's good. And the lead is 8 once again. Nice takeaway by the Trojans, and the turnover battle being won on the floor here. Dixon gets another block. Goes right back to Harper Jonas, though, and he scores. and a timeout being taken by the Grizzlies. We're going to take one with them, so stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Back at Wichita State, Grizzlies trail by 10. Wow. This 10-point lead came in a real hurry. 3:28 to go here in the first quarter. And it's time now for the Grizzlies to start chipping away at this Andover Trojan lead. Jameer Cups back out to Dixon for three. Good! Dixon, a three bomb, cuts the lead to 7. Now they need to get some defensive pressure and a stop or two. Harper Jonas gets the basket for Andover. Zion Jones puts one up and it's good. I think that's Zion Jones has got 4 points. And Smith with the steal and the basket. And just like that, the lead's been cut in half, 17-12. And a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Dixon. It is. It'll send Braden Johnson to the line to shoot a pair. First one's good. Second one coming is also good. Makes them both. Looking for something I cannot find it. Brees Hall sends it over here to Jones right in front of us. Back to Hall now. Up it goes and in. It's good. Brees Hall makes it 19-14. Got his first 2 points of the night. Jack Johnson over here to Gagnon. Gagnon puts it up off the heel. No good. Rebound 2. It's going to go out of play and belong to the Grizzlies. And a bit of a lucky break there. Harper Jonas guilty of the infraction here that turned the ball over. And Cups gets a 2-pointer for the Grizzlies, and they're starting to play now. They've got the lead cut down to 3. Gagnon sends it wide. There's a 3-pointer. That misses everything. Cups gets the rebound. Here's a chance for the Grizzlies to get within 1 or tie. There's a foul, and we're going to have a shooting foul here on the block. We'll see who this goes against. Is it Jack Johnson? Oh, Jack Johnson guilty of the foul. And the first one hits off the heel, no good. Brees Hall will try have another one. Substitutions coming in here for the Grizzlies. Jacob Harmon comes in as Dixon and Smith go out. Also into the game for the Grizzlies. Is that what's his first name? Sincere? Number 2 is Sincere Bowen. who, quite frankly, I've not seen before. I was surprised to see his name added to the roster at the last minute. He just came to Northwest, according to our statistician over here, Miss Johnson. So we welcome him, and if his folks are watching and I've mispronounced his name, my sincerest apologies. Here's a rebound for Zion Jones. Let's get it going now. Grizzlies, you're down by a bucket. Hall. On the far side to Bowen. Back over to Hall. Hall puts up a 3-ball. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by the Trojans. Zukalowski. Under the basket. Up it goes, and it's good from Connor O'Connell. And we've got 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Grizzlies down by 4. See if we can get it down to a bucket. There's a 3-ball. Cups misses. No second chance points for the Grizzlies here in the first quarter. Harmon gets the rebound. Here comes Cup. 5 seconds to go. Jones driving, puts it up, and it's good just as the clock expires. So we go into the first period break only down by 2. It's 21-19. Andover will be back for the second quarter in just a moment. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies, boys.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
That camera lady over there is doing pretty good, too. I like this. This was great. That was really good. We're back. We're back at Wichita State here for the start of the second quarter, and it will be Andover's ball on the alternating possession. 21-19. Grizzlies trail after one. They trailed by 10 in the first quarter, so a nice comeback for the Grizzlies near the latter stages of that quarter. They need to keep it going here in the second. Gagnon puts a long one in and out. Joey Duncan, nice rebound. Here come the Grizzlies. Another chance to tie it up. Dixon to Hall. Hall goes up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Andover, and I think Joey Duncan's going to be guilty of a minor foul. That'll be his second foul. Jack Johnson will inbound for Andover. Team fouls for the Grizzlies. They have 3, and Andover has 4, so no one is close to bonus land yet. Pretty well played first period, and a fast-moving one at that. Johnson. And a ball stolen by Cups. Here we go. Jameer over to Jones. Jones puts it up. Off the heel, no good. Cups gets the rebound. He'll pull it back out. We'll do it all over again. And it's good. We're tied, folks. 21 all. Jameer Cups makes it happen. Under the basket, up it goes. O'Connell can't make it go. Dishes it back out here to Johnson. Gagnon puts one up. It's no good. Off the backboard. Actually, it's off the post as it comes down, and it will be Grizzlies ball. 6:30 remaining, first half. Jones back out to Dixon. Dixon to Cups. Cups thought about a three, pulled it back, charges, and goes. Grizzlies have their first lead of the game. Actually, it's their second lead of the game, but their first lead in quite a while. 23-21. Grizzlies playing very well here in the latter stages of this half. Oh, nice pass underneath that time to Windish, who had an easy, uncontested lay-in. And we're tied again. Jameer Cups to Smith. Smith for three. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded that time by Gagnon. Here come the Trojans back. O'Connell back to Gagnon. Gagnon under the basket. Dishes it out. Almost intercepted. Johnson. He puts one up. Long two, no good. Rebounded by the Grizzlies. And they're going to say he landed on his back out of bounds over the baseline. It will turn back over to the Trojans. Good hustling play, though, by the Grizzlies. And Coach Chadwick over there breaks a big smile. Gagnon for three, it's good. 26-23 Andover. Brees Hall almost forgot the ball. Under the basket, blocked, but he's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Windish guilty of the foul. That's his second. Hall going to the line. And he misses the first one. Trying to go for 2 for 4 from the line, and he does. 26-24, Grizzlies trail by a bucket. Here comes Andover back with it. 5 minutes to go, first half. Stay with us at halftime. There's a long three off the heel, no good. A rebound by Dixon. Good job. Here comes Jalen Smith bringing it back. Smith pulls it back out. Into the paint he goes. He goes up. He's hammered on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. And the foul is on Braden Johnson. I believe that's his first. Smith. Off, in and out, no good. Free throw strike, not very friendly to the Grizzlies so far. Oh, he missed them both. Guess I shouldn't have said that. Braden Johnson brings it up the floor now. Smith guarding him. There's a three off the heel, no good. Rebound offensively to Andover as Luke Windish was there. Braden Johnson with it. Drives, puts one up, off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Cups. And here come the Grizzlies back. Cups puts it up, misses everything. And that will belong to Northwest as O'Connell knocked it out of bounds over the baseline. Jordan Trotter comes in for the Grizzlies, replacing Brees Hall. Zion Jones for three, off the heel, no good. And here come the Trojans back. No second chance points in the first half for the Grizzlies. O'Connell. He gets fouled as he tries to shoot. I think that'll be on Dixon. Wait for the call here. And it is. Or is it on Trotter? Trotter. That's his first. Team foul number 4 for the Grizzlies. And O'Connell's first one is off the heel. No good. O'Connell will take his second shot here. And he missed them both. We're getting some breaks here. Let's take advantage of them, folks. We're still down by a bucket. Smith. Now Cups has it. Jones on the near side. Into Dixon. Dixon, spin move, puts it up. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Jack Johnson. Here comes Andover back. And a three-point shot. It misses. Rebounded by Jones. That shot was taken by Sokolowski. If I'm saying that right. Jones puts one up, and it drops, and we're tied again at 26. Andover moving the ball around. There's a long three, and it's good. Wow. Jack Johnson took a long three. I mean, he was 3 feet past the line, and he still made it go. And now we have a full timeout being taken by somebody. I think it's being taken by Andover. We're going to take a timeout with them as well. We're going to take a timeout with them as well. We'll be right back. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Well, here we are back at Wichita State. Coming out of the timeout with 2:44 remaining here in the first half.
Take a timeout off of Andover, because that was a timeout for Andover.
Yes, Andover is the one that called that. Greg, we got to get more. We got to get more volume out of you.
All right.
Trotter with it. Sends it into Smith. Smith dishes to Cups. Cups puts it up. And we have a foul called in the paint against the Grizzlies. Dixon's second foul. Oh, nice strip that time by Dixon. Great defensive play. Here we go. Smith with it on the near side. Jalen Smith back out to Jones. Cups with it. Oh, and a bad pass is intercepted. Here comes Andover back. And an easy basket that time. Canyon, coast to coast. Gets the steal and scores. Jones puts it up. Right-handed hook. Misses. Offensive rebound to Northwest. And Cups has it. Over on the near side to Jones again. Dixon back to Jones. Jones, 2 men on him. Sends it across to Cups. Now back to Jones. Trying to get it into Smith in the paint. Can't do so. And now a bad pass again is intercepted by Eli Fonestock, but he's unable to control it. Goes out of bounds. It will belong to Northwest. 1:14 to go in the first half.
Your clock is really ahead.
Dixon, good. 31-28. Grizzlies down by 3, less than a minute to go. Invite you to stay with us at halftime, because our halftime guest will be Director of Athletics, Jay Means, for 259. Trotter puts it up, no good. And it looks like Andover may play for the last shot here. They're thinking about it. Then again, maybe not. There's a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Cups. Here come the Grizzlies. And Cups recovers his fumble. Smith. Jalen Smith puts it up, no good. 7 seconds to go. There's a long one. That'll be a foul on the Grizzlies.
Returns for the Trojans.
You can call a foul there? I sure would have. Well, that's what I get for anticipating. No foul. The ball's out of bounds. Johnson in and out from 3. And that's the way it will end. So we go into halftime with the Grizzlies trailing Andover 31-28. Stay tuned for our halftime extravaganza after this quick timeout. This is Wichita Grizzlies Northwest.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Koch Arena. Kevin Arkin and a host of engineers with you. We'll give you all their names at the end of halftime. Joined for our quick halftime visit by the Director of Athletics for USD 259, Mr. Jay Means. First of all, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Long time no see.
I know. Like, what, last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
At a basketball gym somewhere, right?
I'll bet today's been something of a headache for you with the weather being what it is and two teams being unable to get down here from Salina.
Yeah, it's just what it is. We had this last year. I'm starting to feel hexed a little bit, but luckily the weather changed, and so all we lost was the first 2 games. We'll have to make those up some other time, and unfortunately the kids don't get to play here at Koch Arena then. But
since 259 teams are the designated home teams, will they have to come down here again?
Well, we got it set up. Salina South boys are coming down and playing at Capon on Monday night. North High girls couldn't play Monday night, so what I made an offer to them was, hey, guys, set a date, and if need be, we'll travel up to you. That way it's a little more fair instead of making them come down 2 different nights. So
exactly.
We'll see. They may end up deciding to play at North High, too. But we try to be nice and work things out for everybody, make it even.
This is arguably my favorite event
for
high school basketball. Uh-huh. These kids getting to come to Koch Arena, where a nationally ranked team plays all of its home games. They've got to have a charge in them. And these girls out here doing their cheerleading number here at halftime for the fans. Here they are doing it on a college floor.
Right. That's what I find. I'm like you. It's one of the most exciting, most fun events of the year. And again, part of it is, hey, we get to play at Koch Arena. A lot of times, unfortunately, Wichita State's out of town, the boys team anyway, but a lot of times, we'll be walking down underneath from the locker rooms to the court and run into some of them, and the kids get to see that. But, no, I mean, dang, I wish I was 40 years younger. I'd like to get the chance to play here.
I never had any kind of an opportunity like this when I was in high school.
I didn't either. But it is a lot of work, but it's well worth it because I get nothing but positive feedbacks from coaches, the kids. It's just a fun place to play. Well, and one of the things that I really like about what we're doing.
as far as doing this webcast thing, not only are we providing an opportunity for people who are not here to see kids play, and the Andover people can watch it as well, and we gave the link to them as well, and hopefully they're watching and enjoying what they're seeing. But it's a great learning opportunity for tonight for these 5 kids who are down here helping us out and helping get this thing done, and they've done a great job in the first half.
Oh, you bet, and I love to see that, and I know that's part of why we do this. And Northwest isn't the only school that necessarily does it, but it's great because the kids get a chance to be involved and see how things operate like this. Again, didn't have those opportunities back when we were in high school.
No. Of course, when I think about it, I was a radio major or radio broadcast major when I was in college. And when I think back to the radio station that I worked at when I was in college, which, by the way, was in the early 70s, but I think about, our mixing board. Our mixing board was 5 feet square.
Yeah.
Okay, it was huge. And, I mean, the control knobs were as big as my fist. And we're doing this entire thing on a laptop that I could almost fit in my hip pocket.
Right.
So, I mean, things have changed so much.
Yeah. And I just want to point out I'm not far behind you. All right?
I hear that.
There are days that I love doing things like this, too. I think if I have a come back in another life, I'd love to do radio or TV. I think this stuff is just so much fun.
Oh, I'm having I hope the people who watch this are enjoying it.
I hope so, too.
I'm having a blast not only doing this, I love being with these kids.
Yeah.
These kids are great. They're so well behaved, and they're so into it, and they're so dedicated to they want to do a good job, and they learn, and they're learning as they go. The only thing I haven't been successful with is putting a headset on one of them and having anything come out of their mouths while I was on there.
Well, you got to work towards that.
I know.
We got to get some of them doing the play-by-play.
Well, and I have tried that in the past, back when I was doing this at Capon, and the kids for some reason they're intimidated, I guess.
Yeah.
By or they get stage fright or whatever. And I guess you have the right disposition to do this.
Right. And it does take some time to get comfortable with it and hope that nothing wrong comes out of your mouth.
There you go. Let's get back to this event. What does this event mean to you? You've been involved with this event for so long.
I'm really proud of this event. This was something that the athletic directors in the Greater Wichita Athletic League, back when I was the athletic director at Northwest, we kind of started throwing this idea out. A lot of us were already playing our non-league game against some of the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League teams. And so when I moved up to this position, that was like my first thing. Hey, guys, what can we do to make this happen? And so, I always take a lot of pride in trying to run good events no matter what it is, but this one is special. A lot of efforts from a lot of people go into it to make it happen, and I just appreciate the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail is willing to be a part of that. Now the problem is we have 9 schools and they have 14 in the 2 top divisions, and of course that doesn't match up very well. Next year we're making a little bit of a rotation, and so I think you always have to look for ways to pump a little new life in. I think had great event for 6 years, but okay, it's time to maybe change a little bit.
Well, is it possible to have, I know since you have fewer City League schools, is it possible for them to play more than one game?
We don't, at least from our side, because we play 16 league games. You go to a tournament and play 3, that leaves you one game by case of regulation. So, we can't. We've started some discussions. I don't know if we can ever pull this off, but we've started some discussions with the Western Athletic Conference. They have 5 teams. Well, hey, 5 and 9's 14. Now, I couldn't play all the games here. I mean, we just don't have the time. But, I hope to pursue some of those conversations at a later date.
Can you play some on Sunday?
We can't play on Sunday.
Can't play on Sunday?
Unless we're in the playoffs and, we get snowed down on a Saturday.
Right.
But other than that. And then the other thing that, starting to have some discussions, I would love to do this type of event with some of the other sports. Now, some you can't do, like football. We just can't.
Soccer's done it.
But, yeah.
They've had showcase tournaments.
Yes. Soccer can do it. We've thought about, baseball, softball, volleyball. There are some sports, that could lend to it. Then there's other. But hopefully, as I've kind of thrown out that idea to some of the AVCTL schools, too, because it's like, okay, guys, I do this one. Somebody else step up. Let's have some other sports, but I don't want to be the guy always in charge.
Right.
But,
nor should you be.
Yeah, but it is still this event is just so much fun. And again, you just see the kids walk in, see the big scoreboard now and the video board.
Absolutely.
And, again, stepping out on this court, you can't tell me that you can't get pumped. If you can't get pumped to play a game here, it's hard to get pumped then.
Well, and these kids working the game tonight, if they can't get pumped with the view they have.
You betcha.
The other reason why I love coming here is because we're 3 feet from the floor.
You betcha. Yeah, and, they're sitting right where some of the big radio guys
That's
sit.
Exactly
and
right.
the ESPN guys and all that.
Yep.
So, yeah, you're right here. Well, it looks like we're about ready to get started again.
20 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Well, we'll wrap this up by my saying thank you for putting on a great tournament again and for taking the time to
thank you.
Visit
Appreciate
here.
it. I love doing this. So invite me again sometime. All right.
You're always welcome.
Okay.
You know that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jay Means, the Director of Athletics for Wichita 259, our guest here at halftime. And do we have a spot set up, guys? Probably not. Let's just keep it right here. We'll go right to game. Did these guys kick you out? Jennifer, slide over here a bit. You don't have to. I'm kidding. I bet you'd be good. You know who'd really be good at this? Say what? You want to put these on?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm going to turn the mic on. Get them set on your ears. I kind of hit a bad target over there. All right, we have color commentary a la Bree Johnson, who's also doubling as statistician here tonight. So this is real simple. All you got to do is jump in whenever you want to say something that you deem as pertinent, all right?
All right.
You've never done this before, have you?
No.
There's a first time for everything. Once again, folks, this is an extension of the classroom, as we just talked about with Jay Means. So Dixon hits a big one, and it's 34-30. 6:50 to go here in the third quarter. Grizzlies trailed by 3 at half. If you're just joining us, you missed a pretty good first half of basketball. There's a three-pointer that misses. Rebound to Andover. Up it goes again. That shot blocked. Rebound to Andover. Johnson has it. Windish, for three, and he hits it. Windish gets a three-pointer. 37-30 Andover. Andover has led most of the game. The Grizzlies have led twice by 2 points each. Normally we would come back to start the second half by, hey, good job, Brees Hall for 2. By introducing our cast of characters. So we'll just tell you that our executive producers are Andrew Fisher and Greg Darnell. Engineer tonight, Jennifer Alfaro. Bree Johnson's our statistician, also wearing the headset now. And Aruna and Anwar on video. There's a 3 ball. Cups gets it for 3. It's a 2-point game again. Johnson over to Gagnon. Back to Johnson. Oh, a near steal that time by Cups, and instead he's guilty of a foul.
That'll be his second for tonight.
2 fouls on young Mr. Cups. And he will, no, Smith will take a seat. Thompson comes in. We'll set the lineup here for you since we haven't done that. In just a moment, there's a 3-bomb, another one by Jack Johnson. 40-35 now, Andover. On the floor for your Grizzlies, Kamarian Thompson, Jameer Cups, Brees Hall, Javen Dixon, and Joey Duncan. There's another 3. Rebound that time by Cups. Thompson gets it for 2 this time from 15 feet. Johnson hits one off the heel from three-point land. Now he's going to drive the paint, put one up, reverse layup is good. 42-37 Trojans. There's a 3-point bomb off the heel, rebounded that time by Windish. Gagnon brings it down, taken away, and here comes Brees Hall. Brees dishes it to Thompson for the easy lay-in. Nice assist by Brees Hall. Good play by Thompson. Good teamwork. They're down by 3, and we've got a timeout. We're going to take one with them. We'll be back. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back at Wichita State, coming out of the timeout, Andover with the ball. Kevin Arkin, Bree Johnson with you, along with our production crew of Andrew Fisher, Greg Darnell, Jennifer Alfaro, and Aruna Anwar. We have a foul called on Cups. That's his third, isn't it?
Yes.
Don't be a bit surprised if he takes a seat. But then don't be a bit surprised if he doesn't. He stays in the game. 3:30 to go in the third. On the near side, Jack Johnson with it. Back over to, that was Braden on the near side to Jack in the middle is what I was trying to say. Grizzlies get it back. Here comes Smith. Thompson, back to Smith. Three ball is good. We are tied at 42 with 3 minutes to go here in the third. And now a steal. Here comes Dixon. Grizzlies lead by 2. 9 points for Dixon in the game. Our interview with Mr. Means went so long we didn't get a chance to review any of the statistics at halftime. We'll just kind of do them as we go. Now we have a, what do we have here? We have a substitution, among other things. I don't know who came in. Joey Duncan went out. Who came in for him? Maybe Hall came back in. Anyway, Dixon underneath, puts it up. It's good. Grizzlies have their biggest lead of the night at 4 points. Here come the Trojans back. Jack Johnson drives the lane. Up and good, and a foul. Chance for a three-point play here. Dixon guilty party. It's 3 on him, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the three-point play is successful from Jack Johnson, and the lead is now 2 points. Smith, a three-pointer. Good! Jalen Smith gives us a 5-point lead, the biggest lead of the night for the Grizzlies. Gagnon dishes it off to O'Connell, and he loses it. He boots it. It goes right to Smith. Smith, up, down, good! Grizzlies by 6. Must have been a scoring error on the last play. I could have sworn we had a 5-point lead last time I looked up. And a foul on Smith. Kind of a silly foul. It's only his first foul of the night. Folks, if you picked this one to watch, you picked a good one. Both teams playing well here in the contest. Grizzlies with a 6-point lead. 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Almost a near steal there by Cupps. A near steal by Harmon. Now a 3-point bomb by Johnson. Jack Johnson cuts the lead in half. It's 51-48. How many points does that rascal have? He's got at least 3 threes in this half.
He's got 12 points in the third quarter.
Oh, wow. Here's a turnover and a miss. Put back is good, though, by Jack Johnson.
Might as well make that 14 points.
14 in this quarter alone. $19 in the game for that young man. Jones on the far side to Jameer Cupps. To Smith. Jalen Smith guarded by O'Connell. Dishes one off to Cupps. Cupps puts it up off the heel, no good. Harmon the rebound. And can't get the shot off. But a great third quarter for the Grizzlies. They go into the fourth quarter leading 51-50 over Andover. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a moment. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Back at Wichita State University, Koch Arena, we're getting ready for the fourth quarter. Grizzlies lead going into the fourth quarter. We haven't said that much of late. They have a 1-point lead. Andover will get the ball to start the fourth quarter on the alternating possession. Johnson with it, with Thompson all over him, playing some hard pressure there. And a foul called on Kamarian Thompson. That is the 5th team foul on the Grizzlies.
Only
Andover has none. Is that right? Wow. That could come back to haunt us later. Underneath, up and good. Nice play that time by Luke Windish. And Andover takes the lead. Grizzlies with the ball. Smith has it, dishes it off to Brees Hall. Hall into Dixon. And Dixon loses it, but he's fouled. And it's going to be on the floor. They're saying he was fouled before he went up for the shot. And that's only the first team foul on Andover this half. And what do we have here? 5-second count or a timeout? We have a timeout being taken. I think it was called by Andover. We'll go ahead and take one with them. 7:22 remaining in the fourth, 52-51. Grizzlies trail. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Back at Wichita State, back underway. Andover with the ball and the lead. Close to a travel there. Here's a three-point attempt off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Andover. Gagnon with that rebound and the ball at the moment. He drives, puts it up, and it misses. Rebound goes out of play. It will belong to Northwest. And they're calling a foul is what they're calling, not a rebound. The second foul on O'Connell. You could have said that one. It's all right. Cups with it over to Smith. He thought about putting it up. Put it back down. Now he drives the basket, misses everything. Who's going to get the rebound? He gets his own rebound. And now Dixon for three. That's off the front end. No good. Out of play. That will belong to Andover. Checking into the game for the Grizzlies is Bowen. First game with this team. Going to have to talk to, since we didn't have a coach's interview, we didn't know about this.
Yeah, he just came to us from Texas.
Texas. Oh, wow. Okay. He really is new. What year is he?
I believe he's a senior. But I could be wrong.
You know, I'm going to look in this fine program that Jay Means put together and see if he's on this roster. He may not be, though, if he's that new. Carroll, North. Well, I can find everybody now except us. Hall with the rebound. Under the basket. Up it goes from Smith. It's blocked. Going up. And what do we have? A held ball called. That should belong to Northwest, if I'm not mistaken. All right, either I'm blind or someone tore the page out of this program. I can't find it.
He could be a little too new to be in the program because he just came to us that semester.
Yeah. I don't know what the restrictions are as far as, boy, that's unbelievable. There we go. Nope, he's not in here. After all that. 54-51. Andover leads. Smith with it. Here's a 3-ball. Good! We needed Smith to come alive here. He has not. He's got a quiet 13 points. Needs some flash here. Andover moving it around. Johnson with it. Drives the paint, puts it up, scores. Braden Johnson puts it in. And the lead goes back to Andover. Hall dishes it over to Cups. Cups for 3. It's good. And just like that, the Grizzlies lead by 1. 4:01 remaining. Fourth quarter. And we have I thought they might call a held ball, but they're calling a foul. I think it's going to be on Cups. It is.
That is his fourth.
That puts him in the danger zone. Thompson comes in for Bowen. And there's no move to replace him. So he is in for the count, I guess. First one is good by Andrew Gagnon. Haven't said it, we're going to say it now. We want to welcome anybody from the Andover high school community watching the game here, whether you're watching it on the podcast or watching it live. We're glad to have you aboard and hope you're enjoying the contest. 58-57, Andover leads. Thompson back to Smith. Into Hall. Hall puts it up and it's blocked. No, he's fouled. Hall will go to the line and shoot a pair.
That's Luke Winson's third.
Yep. Third foul. They have anybody in foul trouble besides him? No. He's the only one with 3. Brees Hall's first free throw is good. Andover substituted in a player. They took out Windish. I did not see who came in for him. Hall's second one is also good. So he makes them both, and the Grizzlies lead again by 1. And we have a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on Hall.
First of the night.
He does not foul much. Plays good defense without fouling. One-and-one opportunity here, I think. Yep, and he missed it. Dixon with the rebound. And here comes Smith with it. Smith, one man to beat, gets around him, puts it up, and it's good. 61-58 Grizzlies. Gagnon brings it back for the Trojans. Spin move, up, and good. And we have a timeout being taken. We're going to take it with them. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Wichita State as we come out of the timeout. Grizzlies holding a 1-point lead over Andover, and they have the ball. Brees Hall will inbound the ball to Jalen Smith. Also on the floor, Jameer Cups, Javen Dixon, and Kamarian Thompson. Smith drives it into Dixon. Over here to Thompson for three. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Zach Sokolowski. I need to change his name to Smith. Braden Johnson has Thompson all over him. Now Jack Johnson. Back to Braden. Braden goes up, and the ball's blocked by Dixon. It stays with Andover, but another good defensive play, and that's got to be 3 or 4 blocks for him tonight.
Definitely.
O'Connell turns around, wide open to the basket. Nobody there, doesn't get it in, but he is fouled on the way up. I don't know who could have fouled him.
It looked more like a charge to me.
It's going to go against Thompson. O'Connell will shoot a pair. First one is in and out, no good. 2.25 to go, or 2:25 to go, excuse me. O'Connell trying to tie it up. And he misses them both. Brees Hall to Smith. Smith will bring it down, trying to extend the lead. Oh gosh, he really got whacked going up. The kids are playing hard, I will say that for them. Windish is getting set to come back in now for Andover. And he'll come in after the first of the 2 free throws by Jalen Smith. And these are big, big free throws. First one's up and good. Cups takes a seat with his 4 fouls, and he's replaced by Bowen. And Smith makes them both. 63-60, Grizzlies lead. 2:13 to go. Grizzlies came alive halfway through the first quarter. Travel called. It'll belong to Northwest. Grizzlies trailed by 10 points in the first quarter. Came back, got it down to 2 at the end of the first, led by 3 at half. Bowen comes back out, and coming back in is Jameer Cups came back in. He wasn't out very long. Smith. Back to Smith it goes. From Thompson. Dixon, now they're going to take some air out of the ball, it looks like. 3 points is not a lot of lead to take air out of the ball with. That's exactly what he's doing. Smith drives. Tries to put it up. I don't know how they didn't call that. There were 2 arms wrapped around him, but play continues. Now the ball's kicked out of play by Andover, and it will belong to Northwest. 1:17 to go. Grizzlies by 3. They have the possession arrow in their favor. Actually, they don't. Want to fix that? Possession arrows for Andover.
It's like messed up to like if it's on home, it gives it to away. It's like backwards.
Oh.
Like
oh, you know what? The home team, the way this is set up, the home team is, yeah. We got to fix that next time. Quite frankly, that's my fault. I set that up and I missed it. Not to worry. Braden Johnson trying to get a 3. It's up. Jack Johnson finally missed one. He is human. And a foul called on Braden Johnson. That's only the 15th foul. So they will inbound from right in front of us. And the inbound pass is stolen by Zakalowski. And Jack Johnson misses another one. Brees Hall with the rebound. It's taken away from him. Andover has it. Three-pointer misses. Rebound, and now we have a whistle and a foul. Who's that on?
I didn't hear it.
I didn't either. First one is good. Boy, I think bounced for an hour up there, but it finally dropped. Luke Windish is shooting the free throws, by the way. We have 45 seconds remaining in the fourth. This one to get it within one. And it misses. Rebound two. Windish gets his own rebound, dishes it off to Johnson. Now to Jack Johnson. He's going to drive the paint, put it up. It misses. Putback misses. And finally, here's 1-2 Thompson. Thompson has a man all over him. They're calling an intentional foul, and that's a good call. He'll go to the line for two, and the Grizzlies will get the ball. So they're clearing the lane as there will be no rebounding here. Kamarian Thompson will get two shots, and then the Grizzlies will get the ball back. Similar to a technical, actually. First one misses. Come on, Kamarian, let's make this one. Make it a three-point game. Missed them both. 63-61. Grizzlies still lead. And they will get the ball underneath the basket. They will get it with 29 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Dixon has it, and they're going to call a foul. I thought they might call a jump ball, but they call a foul. Andover's now over the limit, so it'll be a 1-and-1. Fouls on Zach Sokolowski. Dixon could sure use a couple. Oh, but he missed them both. They didn't miss them both. He only had one shot. And Johnson goes coast to coast with a rebound. He scores to tie the game, and a timeout being taken by Andover. We're going to take one with him as well. 19 seconds remaining. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Little book situation figured out. I added a point to Jalen instead of Javen.
Oh. Sorry, who's got the most points for us?
Right now, probably either Jalen or Jameer.
Back at Wichita State, we're still in the timeout. Who's got the most points?
Right now, Jalen and Jameer are tied up at 17.
Wow. Yes, they are. The only one in real foul trouble is Cuffs. He has 4. He's had 4 for quite a while. We're tied, folks. We need a score. Brees Hall will inbound. He gets it to Smith. Full court pressure being applied by Andover. Now they back it off. Johnson on Smith. Smith driving, puts one up, misses everything. Here's a rebound to Andover. And guess what? No basket. Oh. They're calling the basket off, but it was close. Wow. We don't have the a capacity here for instant replay, and I wish we did. And folks, when you're watching this at home on podcast, go back and watch that play again. I'm thinking we caught a break. Okay, we're going to go into overtime 4 minutes. You got it set up. Good job. Yeah, let's take a break. Why not? This is Grizzlies boys basketball.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Okay, folks, it's time for overtime. 4 minutes on the clock, tied at 63.
For the first time, I'm actually agreeing with the referees. That shot was after the clock.
Well, we'll never know tonight. Here's the tip. Dixon wins it. Hall gets it, and it's taken away by Andover. Braden Johnson brings it up. Into Windish. Back to Johnson. Johnson, 2 men on him. Taken away by Dixon. Another great defensive play by Dixon. And for the Grizzlies, he is the player of the game tonight. He may not have the most points, but he's made the most plays. Smith up and no good. Rebound to Andover. Braden Johnson gets it. Dishes it off now on the near side. Gagnon has it. Hits a long three. Misses. Jack Johnson thought about it, and he's fouled there by Dixon. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity.
That puts Javen at his fourth.
Dixon and Cups both have 4. Windish at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. First one is up and misses. No, I guess he's shooting 2. Why is he shooting 2?
They're in the double.
Oh, they're in the double. I didn't see that. You have to get a crook neck to look at the scoreboard from where we're sitting.
Definitely.
He makes the second one to give Andover the lead. 64-63. Andover leads. Cups with it. Puts it up, misses. Rebound to Andover. Andover now with the lead and the ball. There's a long one by Johnson. It misses. Put back, misses, and a foul, and that's going to be all for Cups. Cups disqualified on fouls. Had a good game. Finishes the game with 17 points.
Here comes Zion.
Zion Jones back in the game, replacing him. And Gagnon at the line to shoot a pair. First one's good. And they have a 2-point lead. Now we have a timeout being taken by the Grizzlies before the second shot. We'll take one with them as well. Grizzlies trail 65-63 with 2:40 remaining here in overtime. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Back at Wichita State, Kevin Arkin with you, our executive producers, Andrew Fisher, Greg Darnell, engineer Jennifer Alfaro, Bree Johnson's on stats, and we're in the other headset. Last but not least, Aruna Anwar. Been running our video much of the night tonight. We thank the entire crew for being here tonight. Glad to have the three ladies join us. I think we're going to bring Bree Johnson back and put a headset on her next time. Second shot here after the foul coming, and it's short. Rebound by Thompson. Grizzlies trail by a bucket. Plenty of time left. They don't need to panic. They can take their time and set up a play. Dixon turns around, puts it up. It's partially blocked. Grizzlies get it back, and Smith will reset the offense. Smith to Jones. To Dixon. Thompson puts up a three. Good! Grizzlies lead! 66-65. And the Trojans trying to take the lead right back. Grizzlies need to get a stop here. Johnson has the ball batted away. Gets it back. Oh, and there that should be a charge. It is. Offensive foul, player control foul. Johnson went right into him.
It's his third.
That's his third foul. More importantly, it gives the ball back to the Grizzlies with the lead.
Hopefully we can hold him for this next minute 40.
I think we need more points. Hall with it, looking for some help, gets it to Smith. That was dangerous, but Smith does come away with it. Needs to get it over that timeline. Thank you very much. Okay. And we have a whistle away from the ball. A 1-and-1 opportunity here for Jalen Smith. First one is good. Second shot coming. Missed it. Rebound goes out of play. It belongs to Northwest. 67-65 Grizzlies. 1:28 remaining.
Nice and easy for Javen.
We now lead by 4. 2-possession game. How many points does that rascal have?
Now Javen has 13 points. Starting to catch up to Jalen Smith, who only has 18.
Oh, Thompson had an easy lay-in and a rebound and missed them both. Dixon charging in. He makes it good. 71-65, Grizzlies by 6. And that's a foul you don't want to see. Gives Andover a chance to score points with no time running off the clock. Grizzlies lead by 6. And the first one rattles in and out, no good. And I believe this is the Grizzlies' largest lead of the night. He makes the second one. It's a 5-point game and a timeout being taken. Yes, my voice is going away. We're going to take one too. Stay with us for the final. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Back at Wichita State, Koch Arena. 56 seconds remaining in overtime. Grizzlies lead by 5. And it's their ball. Brees Hall will inbound it to Dixon. Dixon is instantly fouled, and they kind of expected that from Luke Windish, who had fouls to give.
Actually, that was his last.
Oh, I take that back. He just fouled out. Windish fouls out for the Trojans. He'll be replaced by O'Connell. Dixon will go to the line to shoot 2, as both teams are in the double bonus the rest of the way. First one is good. Now, I'll tell you how big this second one is. It makes it a 3-possession game if he makes it. Good! 73-66. And here comes Johnson. He's going to shoot quickly. Puts it up. It's good. And another timeout being taken by Andover. We're going to keep it right here this time. Give you a little bit of a schedule update here, if we may. Our next webcast will be next weekend at a time that is yet to be determined. As the girls take the week off and the boys go on tournament, the boys will go to the Topeka High Tournament Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We do not know when they're going to be playing yet, so we'll just tell you to check the Grizzly webcast page on Facebook, and as soon as we know, it will be posted there so that you'll know, and it'll also a link to get you to the game will be posted there as well. So that's our next webcast next weekend from Topeka. Hope you'll join us. Brees Hall will inbound, and he sends it to Smith, and boy, that was dangerous. And a quick foul, yes. Andover in a position where they have to foul. 44 remaining.
Braden Johnson's 4th.
Johnson in danger. At this point, I don't think the number of fouls, though, to them is going to make a lot of difference. Smith puts up the first one, and it's good. 6-point game again. And I'll tell you the same thing I said last time. If he makes them both, it's a 3-possession game. Good! 75-68. Grizzlies by 7. Gagnon under the basket. Dishes one off to O'Connell for 3. It's short. Rebound to Gagnon. He puts it up for 2. 30 seconds remaining. Here comes Smith with it, and he's fouled by Gagnon. With 27 remaining, and Smith will go to the line again. Given the fact that Smith has made his last 6 free throws, you think they'd pick on somebody else.
Definitely.
That was Gagnon, number 32. There you go. Smith is going to put the first one up, and it is good. He's almost automatic here. It's a 5-point game again. 6-point game, excuse me. And he makes them both. 7-point game, 27 seconds to go. Gagnon brings it up. Oh, and it's stolen by the Grizzlies. Here's Brees Hall with a breakaway. Up. Oh, he missed the dunk. Dixon. Who's the foul on? Going to be on Andover? It is. I bet Brees Hall wishes he had that one back. Gagnon's 3rd foul. Chance for Dixon to... And he makes the first one. Biggest lead of the night now for the Grizzlies. Couldn't come at a better time. 14 seconds to go in the game, and the Grizzlies lead by 8 points. Rebound. On the floor, we have a held ball. It will belong to Andover on the alternating possession, arguably the stupidest rule in basketball. Gagnon can't find anybody to dish it into. Now he finally gets it in over here on the near side. Three-pointer going from Johnson, misses. Gagnon on the rebound, puts it up, it misses. And finally Dixon gets it, and that'll do it. In overtime, Grizzlies win 78-70. We'll be back to wrap this up in mere moments, so stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Is that her right there?
We'll be right back, folks. We got something real important to take care of here. Where I don't see her. Here she is. You can go on the other side. Let's all gather behind the camera. We're going to do this. We're going to strike while the iron is hot here, folks. Believe it or not, we're having our picture taken. This is going to go on the webcast page, folks. That's why we're doing it. Smile big. Take several. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah Perkins, our photographer tonight. We sure thank her for that. All right, we are. Yeah, it's mine. Yeah. Thank you, ladies, for your help. Guys, thank you for your help. Been a great night. Grizzlies break the losing streak at 6 games with a 78-70 win over a very strong and very, very hard-fought Andover team. And, gosh, I can't read her chicken scratch. I should have had her add these up first. I know that leading all scorers tonight was Jalen Smith. He had 22. For Andover, Jack Johnson had 20. Gagnon had 16. And Johnson had 14. Dixon had 18 for the Grizzlies. And Cups, before he fouled out, put in 17 as well for Northwest. Our next webcast next weekend from Topeka. Check the webcast page to find out when we will be on the air and which games we will be doing. We will find out then. Here we go. I don't know if we're probably still on because this was on battery. The Wichita State wants us to leave because they've just turned the electricity off. So we will wrap this up. And thank you all for coming. For Andrew and for Greg and for Jennifer and for Bree and for, who am I leaving out? I'm leaving one of the girls out. I know I am. I am leaving out. Who am I leaving out? Aruna. For the entire crew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next weekend from Topeka. From Wichita State, have a pleasant evening.